China's response to the pandemic was based on a number of very simple things. First, science. Second, planning. Third, implementation. And the fourth and critical ingredient was the willingness of the people to put their desires behind their social responsibilities. The science. So the science is all about facts, that it's not about what you feel or a political situation. There was absolutely nobody in China who's suggesting that you inject bleach into your system or that you somehow irradiate the interior of your body with UV rays as a way of curing this. What they did was recognize it as science. Second, planning. This is where China really shined. What they did was they used the processes that they have always used to make sure that things are happening exactly the way they think, and that means a coordinated effort. They created systems that allowed them to track the virus, to prevent the virus, to treat the virus, and they made sure that the population was informed. So they were able to make sure that their country was safe. Implementation. This is very important. It's fine to have a plan, but how do you put it into effect? China used modern technology. They used QR codes, phones, so that they could see exactly where the virus was going and then head it off. Part of the criticism that has been leveled at China has been about lockdowns. Now, if you believe the popular press, China was locked down for 2 years, but that's not the truth. In the very beginning, Wuhan, where you had the first manifestation of this virus, was in fact locked down because the Chinese government was gathering data. How was this virus spreading? What could be done about it? But thereafter, there's only been one provincial level lockdown, and that was in Xinjiang because of an outbreak there. Otherwise, it's always been at the city level or district level or even county level. Very small, very targeted, and very effective. Now I'm going to show you in 3 charts exactly what the situation is so you can judge for yourself exactly how China handled the pandemic versus the rest of the world. Here we have 3 charts, and these 3 charts are very, very clear. Based on information gathered by Johns Hopkins and put together in this chart, you can clearly see the number of infections, the number of deaths. This shows beyond any doubt exactly how well China was able to do that. Let's go to the next chart. Now, this chart is about GDP growth. Now, if you believe what you heard on the international news, you'd think that China went into a tailspin economically. But clearly, you can see, all right, China is at the top. Everybody else is in negative numbers or very, very small positive numbers. So this shows that China was able to handle the pandemic, keep lives at a premium, make sure there weren't lots of infections, and still grow their economy. This last chart, very important. We've seen how China has been able to control the pandemic, grow their economy, but was it at the expense of trust in the government? Now, this is a survey that was done by Edelman Trust Barometer, and this is post-pandemic in this year, 2022, and what they did is they showed the confidence of people in their nations. Look, who's at number 1? Who's at 91%? And let's look at the other countries that we've been looking at and where they are. So, this pandemic, why was China successful? Because it recognized that this was about science, that it was about planning, implementation, and getting your people to be your partners in their collective responsibilities rather than dwelling on their individual desires. This has been success.